Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Oh, and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here in this space with us today. We are excited. We are excited to be here with an angel singer and someone who really brings in a higher vibration, a multi-dimensional vibration of joy. Susan Reis is here, and she is the founder of Joyful Possibilities. She's here to assist us with angel songs and all things multi-dimensional. Hi, Susan. Welcome.
Hello. I'm so excited. This is like playing in the sandbox. That's what it feels like. It's like all my friends are here and we're all just sitting in the sandbox and we all get to create our little sand castles or whatever we want to create. And it's so much fun already. So I am so excited. I just have to, of course, we have a little technical difficulties that I can fix right away. So give me 1 second.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, I just want to share that I had met with Susan earlier, and the few moments that we were together, she totally cleared a heavy, dense vibration. She assisted me in something that was weighing heavy on my heart. And that's what is important for all of us. There are things in our world right now that can weigh heavy on our heart, that can put us in conflict with the mind and the heart. And when we come back to the heart in all ways, we are always protected. So, Susan, thank you for that special time. And what we're going to do here today with everyone is work with some folks. We're going to do a sound activation and all of that good stuff. But if you have questions for Susan, please, this is your space today. We're going to leave time for that. Susan, as we start, I know you've got some beautiful sound activations and everything, but let's first talk about you. You work with the angels, you sing with the angels. You were on our Lemurian Awakening retreat and you helped to clear the energy. We had technical issues. We talk about the technical issues because when our vibration gets high, we have to even help with our equipment and our house and physical things like this pen. This pen needs to raise its vibration. So you help people do this and you use the angels to assist you. Share with us how you came to work with the angels. When did that begin?
Well, and what's really fun is to start by just sharing what I do because when I open my mouth and the angel songs come through, we are automatically in this different energetic morphic field. And it is the field of joyful possibilities. It is the field that's available to us. So it's some of you are meeting me for the first time. I see a couple people there who know me chatting in and hi, hi, hi. So, but some of you are hearing this for the first time. I open my mouth and the angel song comes through. I will start every single private session that way. I will start every single group call that way because it adds the spiritual connection and protection and just kind of gets us in a joyful energy. So if I may, I think I'll start with an angel song. Okay, here we go. And this is a message for all of you, whether you're listening to the recording. It's always divine timing. Whenever you hear this, it's meant for you also. Here we go. We are seeing your world as you see it, all of you. And some of you have the sadness on your heart, that is true. And though you know you came to be here and you chose to be here now at this time, because you know how to make your world divine. You have your part, it's from your heart, so shine, simply shine. It's why you're here, it's why you're here at this time. Kaya no mai hana, kaya no mai ai, and we are telling you everything is fine. Kaya no mai hainai. You will be what makes it divine. All right, so we are our world. Our hearts are our world. And it's so easy for us to drop into fear. It's so easy for us to look at fear, but it's just as easy to turn your head and look at what lights you up and gives you joy. So if you leave with nothing else today, you're going to leave with how simple it is to turn your head and look at what gives you joy and go play in the sandbox and go do what lights you up and gives you joy and know you had a choice. And it doesn't mean, and I'll certainly tell you my journey, because my journey, it doesn't mean that you didn't have terrible times. All of you here are earth angels. I call you earth angels. You might be light beings, you might be star seeds, you can call yourself whatever. I'm just going to call you earth angels. Us earth angels, I bet there's not one single person listening to this who has not had a kind of a troublesome journey along the way. And I'll share with you why, and then I'll share my story because no, let me share my story and then I'll share why. Okay, so to answer to Loren's question is I chose to be here. Just as you heard the angel song say, you had a choice. Your soul had a choice. And we picked this really cool time to be here. We really, some of us are extremely excited to be here at this time with all these changes. Though, if you're like me, in your own way, you had to put up with a whole bunch of crap. I was raised in an alcoholic home. I had to watch my dad beat up my mom for 12 years and not remember the next day. As a little girl, would be there in the room grabbing the Bible and connecting to my higher self and finding my journey. And now I'm going to teach you something right off the bat that's going to be a tool that you'll use the rest of your life that you can take with you. And I didn't know it in these words at that time, but my soul must have known to say, well, what's right about this that I'm not getting and what else is possible. So I work in the realm of new joyful possibilities. So what's right about that is my dad went on to heal himself. I call him a master, and he helped many, many families. He created alcoholic centers and helped many families. He's passed away now, but at his funeral, he was very well loved and respected. And all of us are masters because we had to, this came up, I've been teaching for about, ooh, I've been doing this for about 33 years already. And way back when I started, I taught these classes called Co-Creating Heaven on Earth. And it was while then we could do more live. And when we were there live, came up as a download information for us there that we chose to take on that stuff to transmute it for the world. So by you going through that, you're transmuting it for the world. So as suffer as you did, and I know all of you did in one way or another, we all have, every single person here on earth has that little school lesson thing. But what we chose to do on the soul level is transmute it. And my dad being the master, that's why I call him a master, he could help other families not have to go through what he went through. And you're all masters. So take that and feel that in your heart that your journey is is all along this way. It's not just the joyful. And though this way, it's not just the joyful. And though I teach joyful new possibilities, I teach you how to get through the rough spots, the really rough spots. As Loren said, it's like her heart is so big, she could take it all on and have it broken open if you don't. Yes, we want to feel other people's feelings, but no, we don't want to have it. We want to know how to manage energy. So my journey started way before I came here. I had a choice to come into this world and I chose to come in. Now, did I consciously know that right away? Maybe not, but I knew that there was some higher power involved when I had the 12 years with my dysfunctional family. There was some higher power involved. I, yes, I would study the Bible. I love all religions. I find good. I have a bachelor's in religious studies. I find there's good and bad. So this is not just when I talk about a verse from the Bible, it's, I could be talking about all the other religions too. It's not, I honor all of them. There's good and bad in all of them. But one thing I realized is there was some magic in this little phrase about be joyful always, give thanks in all circumstances. Some of you may recognize it if you know the Bible. It's from Thessalonians. Be joyful always, Give thanks in all circumstances. No, there's another one. It's be joyful, always pray at all times, and give thanks in all circumstances. So how are we gonna, I'm gonna make things really simple today. Yes, we're gonna do a sound therapy activation that's gonna like, and use light language to get to the core of stuff that we don't know. But when you're out and about, I wanna share with you some tools today so that you have some things to do while you're just out and about at the store, or when you're just some real simple things, because the nuggets have always been there. Be joyful always. Yes. What's right about this that I'm not getting? What else is possible? Opens up a doorway that did not exist before you said it. So here you're on a path, and we all have these problems happening, right? And who wants to say, and I've had my share of them. I've dealt with a son who's been suicidal, and I'm so grateful he's well now. But so how does a mother say what's right about this that I'm not getting, and what else is possible? How does a mother not say that? Because if you stay in the energy of a problem, the problem persists and there's going to be more of it. If you stay in the what's right about this, and I teach this in my classes, I'm not going to get into all this today because I really want to have time to play with the angels and do some angel songs. Um, I teach you how to separate those energies and then create a space for you to be, have your loved ones be whole, healthy, and healed, and have your energy be joyful always. That kind of joyful always. Are you supposed to get angry? Yes, especially now. Let the anger out. Let the crying out. Who's been crying and crying the last few months, these last couple of moons and energies? I'm not a crier. I'm not that much of a crier, and I've been weeping, also like weeping for the world. But let it out. Don't, and watch how your energy is shifting and changing. Some things you're interested in eating may not be the same, drinking might not be the same. I wanted to get rid of coffee for years and years and years, never could even come close, and all of a sudden I don't, all of a sudden, I have 1, 2 sips a day is all I need. I mean, there's interest. This is energy, right? This is a new energy. So, you can see I can talk forever. I guess I'll let Lauren ask some questions.
Oh, thank you. I've already written some notes down because it already feels so good. Just switching to joy. It really is a choice. And though it's a choice, it might not be that easy for people.
Yes.
So you use sound and light language to help us shift it. And we're going to do an activation with you. And you're also going to help folks who are in our Zoom audience. They can raise their hand and they can ask you some questions. I just wanted to say though about it's refreshing to see your joy and abundance, your joy and expression and connection to the angel after having that childhood. So you said 12 years and you watched it sounds so similar to my background as well, watching um, the a parent abuse another a parent in front of you, and the alcoholism. It's not pleasant to be in that, and yet your dad was able to transform, and he did something great and inspiring and helped other people in that. And even in my own journey, there was a healing with my dad after he passed, and I was quite surprised at that. So it can happen when someone's still around on the planet, and it definitely will happen as the person leaves as well. So thank you for sharing that story. So how did the angels come to you?
That's a fun question. And I'm also, when you're talking about your dad and people pass on, I'm also a medium. So the people who have had loved ones that passed on, the messages that come through, I don't think I've ever had one that I didn't forewarn people and say, grab the Kleenex, because they're tears of joy, because they're always such joyful messages. They're not dealing with any of the 3D fears and concerns and anything. They're always so joyful and so helpful. I've been doing this, for a long time, and I've never found one that wasn't just kind and loving and joyful also. So that's super cool. So how did I come to be? Okay, so we got to go way back to 1990. And some of you were probably just starting to feel, whatever harmonic conversion or something was around there. I don't keep track of that much, but I remember I went to California and I'm in the Midwest now in Wisconsin. And at that time, meditation was like no one heard of meditation or yoga even. Can you imagine what changes we've had in these few years? But I found a meditation class and I'm like, this is cool. This is interesting. But it wasn't until I came back to Wisconsin that I started studying with a person named Anna Mae, and she just was a complete channel. That means she did not remember what she was saying unless it was tape recorded. She had to listen back, right? Complete one of those complete channels. And we'd sit around in a little circle and she'd go, tell your neighbor what you feel is going on with them. Well, we did that, and I used to go to several meetings, maybe once or twice a week for a couple weeks or a couple months. All of a sudden, I felt like singing mine. I just wanted to sing mine. People would be going, well, I see a yellow dandelion around you, or I see a flower. And I would just start saying, well, you are the most wonderful. I'd have these messages come through in songs. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. So then, being the Wisconsin girl that I am, I thought I'd take it to the bars. So, so I was out with a family outing. My husband's from a family of 10. And this is probably what I would have thought was the most conservative of his older sisters. And we're sitting there one day in the bar, and I just said, look what I can do. She had a message come through for her about a health situation. And by the end of the night, people wanted to throw me like $5 to give them an angel song.
Ah, what a great place to do it. I
Isn't
mean,
that fun?
because you're clearing that energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. You
Yeah,
were transmuting energy even then.
yeah, even then. And it took me a long time to come out of the closet. So I really work with a lot of people who have the fear of the next step, but that there's a reason for that too. And I was surprised. I thought it was a fear of technology, like not knowing how to use technology. And I thought it was a fear of I always make sure the angels of communication technology surround us. It's a miracle we're even meeting like this, because once I did a telesummit and my whole block's power went out 20 minutes before the summit. And so I'm so happy that our angels are, if you ask, and that's the first lesson I'm going to make sure you understand, everyone here, is to ask. So I ask my angels, I ask my communication angels and my technology angels to be with us today, to have one little slight thing I could just plug in and be fine, but that's pretty good. So the question was, I just talk and forget what the question was. What was the question? Let's
How did they come to you?
How did the angels come to me?
Mhm.
So, okay, so they came to me with the choice. They came to me so I had the choice to go to this woman who channeled, and then I had the choice to develop it, and then I had the choice to start sharing it. And then it was a step by step process for many years. I started creating these co-creating heaven on earth classes, and then those would have the sound therapy activations and the sound bowl and all things like that. But so all of you who are starting to really feel like you're about to burst because you have all this things you're meant to do here. It's like a pressure cooker and you want them, gonna pop because you do have intuitive gifts and they're about ready to pop and explode. The easiest thing you can do is ask. And you ask these very open-ended questions like, what would it take for me to share my gifts, my intuitive gifts with the world? What would it take for me to have a great impact and share my intuitive gifts with the world? What would it see how I don't answer it? I let God source universe. It trickles out to the universe because you're entering into the realm of new joyful possibilities that don't exist. So how can you answer it based on the past? There's no answer from the past. We're creating new, when I said, oh, I'm just going to start singing angel songs. And then I love essential oils, and essential oils totally gave me my health when I had no health at all. Every time I'd go to up level and teach more classes, I'd get so sick. So I started asking questions. This can't be how I don't want to live like this. I was really sick all the time. I said, this can't be right. So then I asked questions. By then I'd learned a couple tools and what would it take for my body to be whole, healthy, healed? What would it take? And then essential oils came into my life, and now I teach classes on that all the time. I have an Angels and Oils Academy. I'm not going to get into that with our time today because I want to get on to the angel readings. But I had a before and after of joyful abundance. I had lack of joyful abundance in all areas of my life. Now I can joyfully say I have joyful abundance in all areas of my life. So what am I about? I'm about helping people navigate so that they also, so if you know me at all, you know some of my clients, yes, they create the income they're desiring. Yes, they're sharing their intuitive gifts. Yes, they got their dream houses. Yes, they got the love of their lives. Yes, they saved their marriages. And this is all this is just because they're connecting to the angels, and I hold the space and give them the permission by us being together to enter into that morphic field of unknown joyful possibilities and to create new things. So maybe you're interested in this teacher, and maybe you like what this one does, and maybe you love this person, and maybe you're hitting up against technology and you don't like any of this. Well, that's a lot to navigate. So when you're in a private session with me, it's your highest guides and angels that navigate. We don't have to do it with our thinking mind. We just get to be it. So back to my technology story. I also have mentors and teachers because you can't shine this own light on yourself. You can't see your dark spots without having a mentor or teacher sometimes. So it was one of my teachers said when I was telling the sphere of technology, it went way back to Atlantis for me. And I misused technology there. I was one that misused and abused it and saw things happening so fast. And so once someone just got huge confirmation on that. Someone just felt that. And so what does that mean to my life? Well, okay, am I supposed to not do my business? How would I meet all my people all over the world if I can't use technology? No, that's not what it's about for me. It's about for me to heal it, to heal the technology and use it with integrity. My job is to make sure people are using it with integrity. So what I wanted to talk about today is how you take care of your own energy first and how super, super important this is. And that includes and I know, Lauren, you have lots of different speakers on this topic, so I won't go on it much, but there's different energies that are going out there. If you got your nose planted in TV, or especially the news, or if you got your nose planted on I mean, I love the platforms, don't get me wrong, I use them. But if your energy starts getting wacky, if you're in a big group of people or your nose is in technology too much, back away. Make sure you are centered and make sure that your energy is, I always work with my highest guides and angels. I make sure I'm a blank slate each and every day. I surround myself with the white light. We're going to do this in the meditation. A white light, a rose light, a violet light. I ask that I work with my highest guides and angels only for the highest good of all. And I give you my free will. We got to give them our free will to co-create with me. So now at least I feel grounded, connected, and protected. I put on frankincense, spiritual protector and uplifter. Some of you may feel this right away by me putting it on, even if you're listening to the recording. This is another spiritual protector and uplifter. And I make sure to put me first. And then if I venture into the world, now some of you, like my mom's one of her assignments, she's 86 years old, is to pray. So if she watches the news, she prays. Some of you, if you are called to watch the news to transform it, you better be in there praying. If you're just watching it to have the energy come at you to bring you down and depressed, turn it off. Right? Okay.
That's really good. Thank you for sharing that because I'm a television journalist in my
Yes.
past. And I don't watch the news because it does bring me, I mean, I can see through it in that way, but I do read. And I like to read between the lines for New Earth. And we're starting to see stories of New Earth all over the place. We can see in the collective there's a new caring for our planet and a less of a tolerance for war and more of a care for the earth herself. And even there's new turtles coming out in the in the Caribbean Gulf, and that's great, in the Gulf of Mexico. So beautiful. Thank you for that. We have a question here from our audience, and this is, do you see angels? Do you see them? What's that like? Do you feel
Um,
them?
let's do this. Can I this I'll do an angel. What I do is if you and you're going to have a chance to do this if you want to ask a question like you just did in the chat. I'm going to show you how the angels come through. And this is super cool because I don't do any thinking. I just open my mouth. So I'm going to let the angels answer that for you because obviously thinking isn't going to get there. This is heart stuff and this is knowing stuff. So, well, let's do this first. So let's have a name of who asked that. If I get a first name even.
Lise. Hi, Lise.
Hey, she wants to know, do I see angels? Let's have the angels do that. So sometimes I'll open my mouth and the song will come through to answer that, but I'm using an angel card to answer that for you because sometimes they say it, so beautifully and they want it in a different way than I think. So that right now they're saying hello from heaven. So when I do that, that's light language, and what that does, it's clearing the way right away so that we don't get into distractions and we don't get into any energies except that which is for our highest good. So it just cleared a little interference energy there that could throw us off base. Hello from heaven usually means someone is connecting from heaven. So as a medium, do I see the person? No, but those come through with a beautiful song. With angels, I get a sense that it's Michael or I get a sense that it's Gabriel. I have a knowingness. If you guys know that, you'll know. I know who it is. I'm not super visual. And even as a sound therapist, I'm surprised I'm not more, audio, but I have a knowingness from my heart. So even though this is hello from heaven, I don't sense that this is a particular person wanting to come through who has passed on. I'm just thinking that all the angels, I feel like, so when I say I see about 12 or 15 angels lining up now, that's a knowingness. And I know some of you have beautiful gifts that you can really see. And I just love it. See, I feel we're all one big piece of a puzzle. So when we come together, that's why I love my group calls. It's like one will be able to do this and this, and it's like one big puzzle. So I just love it that some people can actually see and explain, oh, this is on your father's side and this is that. That's not me. I'm just a general knowing. So right now they're showing me from a heart that there's about 12 angels here to answer this question. That's why they did the whole hello from heaven as a group. And then I open my mouth and let's see what they want to say. Now, if I want to pick out one, the card is Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Someone did need to hear that. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Now I get a confirmation. My hair, look, if you guys can see, I have hairy arms just so I can show you its hair stands up on end. That's how I get my confirmations that it's not me, it's Susan. I have to stop. This whole thing is channeled, just so you know. And if I have an opinion, like for me, I have to actually stop and say, Susan, this is Susan talking. But right now you can see how I talk so fast and it's all flowing. That's all them. But then when they want to do a direct message, let's hear from Azrael, who says something about so you experience how I connect with them. And Azrael says, every your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let worries and feel their loving blessings. So Azrael, here we go. We see that when you stop a while, you will have a smile. How often do you stop? Just stop and breathe. Do you know the treasures that are there when you stop and feel our love and feel our care and receive, just breathe. Okay, so how many of you stop and just slow down? Just slow down. Do you know if you just stop and breathe in and breathe out and try to get blank slate and just go breathe in, breathe out, that's a receiving center. That's when and then of course, if you ask, I ask that I work with my highest guides and angels for the highest good of all. I give you my free will to co-create with me. They have this open channel to give you, you can write, you can sound, so you want to create fast, write it down so you know what you're asking for, sound it out. Sound is creation. Sound is creation. And that's what I do. Okay.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you. All right, a follow-up to that, to Lisa's question. How do we find our tribe? Who we should share our gifts with?
You ask because I come on over. My Facebook is Joyful Possibilities Earth Angels Meeting Space. I'm sure we'll put the link here somewhere. That's for open to all Earth Angels. That's we hang there, we share there. It's a starting point. All are welcome there. And if you don't feel that you have a group, you're for for sure start a group because right now there's a sacred. I even heard I studied with Jonathan Goldman years ago and I got my certification if you know him. And I was listening to him last night. I'm going to be on his show. And so I was listening to him last night and he says eight to have eight people together in groups will change the world. Eight small little groups of eight will change the world. It doesn't take much. It's like the pieces of the puzzle. When I have my groups, they're very small. They're very quaint. I love them. And we all add something to the puzzle and to create this beautiful picture of oneness. So, if you cannot find a group, if it doesn't feel right to come hang where I hang, where we hang. I do sound therapy meditations and hang out there a lot. Um, there's someone doing Power of Eight groups. That's the first time I heard eight, and my birthday's October 8th. That's about as eight as you can get. October is a oneness to me, and eighth is my birthday number. I love it. Eight's infinity. So it is so, so important to not go it alone right now. We're to raise each other up and support each other and gather in communities. It's how the new earth will be created. Yeah.
Mm, thank you. That's really powerful because there could be a notion that we need to reach millions of people. There's billions of people on this planet. But what we do in just that small incubation is really powerful. So thank you for affirming that for all of us. Okay, we've got more questions. So questions coming in, please, you can raise your hand or you can use our chat box. The best way to put it is in the Q&A box. And we're going to get to Marion's question in just a moment. But just to complete Lisa's question, she says, very interesting about the people coming in, and she wonders if it was her father or birth mother coming through. Can you tell?
I'm feeling a male energy more so than the female. Yeah.
Okay. All
And
right.
if you do, you will be talking about packages later, but there is one little package that has a private session with it. That's the kind of stuff boom, we can connect to your loved ones in your private session if that's what you choose. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry I jumped to the end of the program, but
Oh, no, and we can do this anywhere along the way. In fact, I'm going to drop that link into our Zoom chat, and it's on this webpage for everyone. Check out Susan's offer. She's got wonderful things for all of us to join her in. Okay, so let's go to Marion's question. Marion says, my husband is critical and controlling. I feel sad. I know he's good, but has his own fears and is maybe bipolar.
okay. So, Marion, my heart goes out to you and love and light to you and your family. And this is a story I meant to share. Uh, Years ago, I said I was teaching those a lot more classes, like co-creating heaven on earth classes. And there was a woman there, about 75, some age group, maybe 80. And she says to me, and this isn't as serious, so I send lots of love to you and your husband. But she said to me, my husband won't talk to me. He just sits at the table and reads his paper. What should I do? And I said to her, I said, watch what happens after you have this time together. We used sound therapy. We used, she got her angel messages. I said, I want you, you've been here, at this program. It was live back then, so I could talk to her in person. I said, I want you to go home and I want you to do nothing except be an observer. And so she goes, what? I said, watch, just watch. And she emails me a couple days later and she goes, "Oh my God, Susan, I have to tell you, he put his paper down and started to talk to me." So, what is that in reference to the question? You change you. Remember, I talked about, and I don't want to keep bringing it up, but the suicidal son, I had to change me. I had to be not afraid. I had to be separate from his energy and let him have his journey, whether he killed himself or not. Okay? Powerful lesson if you're a mother.
Mhm.
So again, I'm not going to get into that in this, but I'm sure your angels and guides are telling you everyone's going to know if a program is right for them or taking a session is right for them. You'll feel it in your heart. It won't be a thinking mind thing. It'll be a knowing thing. And so, if your heart is leading you to a private session, we can certainly get it where your energy is a mirror to the best case scenario for your husband. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Synchronicities, yeah. Synchronicities with everything. Yeah, the angels have a way of answering questions for everyone. It's never ever just for the one person. It's always you will receive the message for yourself also.
Yes, that and you were talking about the groups that come together. It's amazing the groups that come together. Something's happening there on a quantum level because we're here to, our stories resonate with each other. And that's so beautiful. There's even comments in the chat that reflect this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Susan in our chat. Then we're going to go to our Zoom line. Susan asks, I recently received information to call in 100 angels. I would like any messages.
I have to laugh because it came off of your sentence of the synchronicity, the groups come together. So every single night before I go to sleep, and this is great because it leads into how do you use your energy. Your energy starts when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, and then first thing in the morning. So this leads right into this. And this is all in my book too. I don't think we have the book, but you can get to my web and it's a $9 book that has all this with sound therapy activations. So if you want a kind of repeat of everything I'm saying, I just wanted to mention that because this is kind of basic stuff. But every night before I go to sleep, I ask that I work with my highest guides and angels for the highest good of all. I give you my free will to co-create, and I call in 100,000 realms of angels to protect the world. 100,000, that same number all the time, 100,000. Lately, maybe it's been 100,000. Realms is like this unlimited number to me, and they have nothing else to do. That's what they live for. That's their greatest joy. So I've been calling in, and maybe I will send it to different parts of the country and different things like that. But before I sleep, this is the part I want you to hear. This is super fun. And I had so many people tell me this really changed their life and helped them sleep at night. I would kind of do my thing I just said, and then I'd go, I will gladly work throughout the night or help and bless throughout the night if I work with my highest guides and angels only and I wake up refreshed. So I qualify it. We can qualify. So I found I was waking up exhausted, and I had so many people tell me that really changed their life. So So qualify it. I'll gladly bless and travel. If you know you're traveling at night and you're waking up exhausted, I say, hey, I'll gladly bless the world all night long if I work with my highest guides and angels only. You don't want to get the what I call heebie-jeebies. And and I wake up refreshed. And I sleep good every night. I wake up good every night. Sometimes I'm up in angel time, but that's creative time to create in the middle of the night. Angel time, probably 3 o'clock. A lot of you guys are probably up in the middle of the night. But otherwise, it's so nice. So hopefully that
We're
helped.
going to be doing that because we all want to wake up refreshed.
Yeah,
Cool.
right?
Yes.
Who
Great.
doesn't? Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to allow Karen to unmute herself. So, Karen, you can unmute yourself and ask your question of Susan.
So is this my dear friend Karen?
Yes, and I want to tell everyone I have worked with Susan and she's wonderful and the angels, and she just makes your heart feel happy when you're with her. So I recommend her to everybody. So I,
Thank you.
besides that, and I would just love, I've been doing what we talked about, and I would love to hear an update from the angels today.
All right, so this is when I like to use cards. If you have something like a lot of times I say, do you have a question or just want to see what comes through? And that's kind of a see what comes through question. So that's when I shuffle and I let the angels, and again, this will be for all of you, every single one. They just have a way of doing that. So whatever this is, it'll be for all of you. So I just kind of wait for a jumper. And we have clairvoyance, Raziel. Now I love Raziel's energy. You'll see when I do a few of these, you'll see Michael sounds so different than Raphael, and Raziel will sound so different. So Raziel, I am helping your spiritual sight awaken. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. So Raziel, let's hear from Raziel first. And then I don't know if you need to mute or not, Karen, but
Yeah.
maybe you can. Okay. There's a little interference there. All right, so Raziel, I shouldn't have favorites, so I'm not going to say I have favorites, but Raziel has this super cool, like the downloading the new energy, like the new downloads. He's like the spiritual, like sacred geometry type ish angel. So you never know what Raziel's going to say. Probably start with some light language. But Raziel, let's hear from Raziel about those helping your spiritual sight open to see heavenly love. Oh, they want me to start, then I have something to share. Clearing interference, clearing the third eye. Whoever would like to open their third eye to spiritual sight, you have permission now. Always ask that you work with your highest guides and angels for the highest good of all. But though you can open to see sight, you just had that opportunity. Woo, to open and get more spiritual sight. You have always known the truth to what is being. It's been saturated in your energy, in your cells, in your soul. You know who you be. You know what we mean when we say only love is real. For in your soul you feel it. Now with your sight reveal it. See the world you long to see. See the world you know can be. And stay in that energy. Your world then will shine. For how you see now at this time creates what will be. So see the new, joyful possibilities. Kayanoma, Hana, Kayanoma. You will see, you will see, you will see. All right, for anyone not seeing my video, I am thumping on my third eye. All of you know exactly what I'm talking about, third eye, but I'm tapping it. And for some of you that tap, I don't do tapping, though I love it and enjoy it and believe in it and think it's very powerful. Some of you are called to tap this in because they're tapping, tapping, tapping on the third eye. Those of you that want to open your third eye can open your third eye. And so when we said seeing, you can tell they're showing me it's not with your seeing eyes. So some of us will start to see anew. That's what I was going to share. Some of us will start to hear anew. But what they're addressing right now, to make sure it's very clear to you, is this is the seeing through the third eye. This is your spiritual sight. You're seeing. Now, some of you might have different things you see with your eyes, but they're really addressing opening the third eye. So what does that mean? Oh my gosh, wasn't that a gorgeous message? What they just said? It's like, thank you, Raziel. It's like we can see the world in all the beauty it can be. And many of us know it because we've lived it in other lifetimes. We know it's possible. Or we can see the world as the world is being shown on TV and stuff. How are you going to see the world? Because that is what's going to be created, right?
Beautiful. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Blessings to
Yeah,
all.
and if you remember right to the very beginning, they weren't messing around at all today. They said, are you going to look at all these problems or are you going to look at what gives you your greatest joy and what is your joyful contribution to the world? That's where you keep your energy. What's your joyful contribution to the world? I always ask, what's my most, how can I be the most joyful contribution to the world, myself, and my family? You know?
Ah, that feels so,
Tracy, I love you too.
oh, that feels so good because, um, if we're ever in a conflict between our head and our heart, if all we do is be that joyful, presence, we're doing our job. Yes. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
like to keep it so simple because you'll remember you'll be having a hard moment. And I'm not just saying, I say let things come through you and let them come out. I'm not saying that, but you'll remember the simple head turn. Wait, Susan said, I can look this way, I can look this way. Okay, I'm gonna look this way. And it might just say, if you get like, if you've been on a computer a lot and you get some funky energy and you're feeling kind of anxious or stressed, or any other situation that it's not your energy that you would choose, I call it trickster energy. If you wouldn't choose it, it's a lie. If you know it's a lie, you can change it. So if you're getting all of a sudden, like I was on this group with a networking group or something, the other day, and I was feeling great before it, and all of a sudden I didn't feel so great after. I'm like, that's not my energy. I was feeling great. Here's a little tool. Who does that belong to? You can check. Now, some of you know how to dowse, and some of you, this is my quick dowsing. This is my yes, and this is my no. So I go, is this my energy? Yes, now it is. But I say it wasn't. Is this something else? Is this someone else's energy? Yes. Then I teach you in the classes how to clear that because there's no need for you to be anything but what lights you up and gives you joy. And so clear, 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 clear. And yes, you will learn tools. And yes, the sound therapy activations work really fast. And yes, many of you have your own tools. So the thing they're kind of hollering here, so you get the point. They're kind of hollering this. If you got them, use them. Many of you are great healers with great tools, but how many are you taking care of yourself? Are you using your tools? You use them for everyone else. Why don't you use them for yourself? You know, what's your morning like? We talked about night. What's your morning like? I never get out of bed without making sure I surround myself with a white light, rose light, violet light. I ask that I work with my highest guides and angels for the highest good. I'll give my free will. And then I destroy and uncreate everything so I'm a blank slate. I'm not taking yesterday's or 100 years ago into my day. I'm taking a blank slate into my day. And when you have a blank slate, and I teach more about that in the program also, and the program's just so you know, there's going to be 2 live group opportunities, and we can go or have time to go over more of this. And then, of course, private session, we do whatever needs to be done. But clear, 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 clear. They really want to clear something about this because morning energy is a gold mine. It's priceless. And some people needed to receive it just that way. You want anything? You want love? You want health? You want money? It's your first few minutes that you're awake, and some of you maybe another half an hour into the day, and it's your priceless real estate time before you go to sleep. And many of you already know this, but what are you doing about it? Are you taking care? Are you being self-full, not selfish? Are you filling yourself up first? Are you connected to God and source first and throughout your day? And you've all heard that so many, I'm not saying that you guys don't know this. All of you here, every single one of you listening to this have heard this 100,000 times. What they're coming through and saying is maybe the one little nugget that you'll actually do something about it. Because once you create and fill yourself with energy, you're connected to your highest guides and angels, you're connected to source, your God, your understanding, then our world has a chance because you're the mirror. And what you see, just like Raziel said, what you see will be. You're not seeing the problems, you're seeing the new possibilities. Makes sense? So important to watch your energy.
Okay. Beautiful tip. Beautiful tip. Thank you. Allie, we see your question in the Q&A box, but you can unmute yourself and ask this directly to Susan. Hello.
Hi, that's so wonderful because I really want to thank you. This has just been such a blessing, such a beautiful synchronistic blessing. I'm so grateful and just
Yay, and I'm
yeah.
grateful to hear the voice because isn't that a lovely voice? You know, all of ours are, but isn't I love sound. So thank you.
Yeah, me too. It's just yeah, this has been such a gift, this call with you, because I also work with sound and I work with my voice, and pretty much everything you've said has been like such a wonderful, yeah, like really loving coaching session with my angels, because I haven't been asking them and relying on them the way that I have in the past, and I feel I really had a lot of trouble with some trickster energy. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
I
And I
love that
feel
you got that. I love that you got that and received that and call it trickster energy because once you know it, you can call it out. And
yeah,
you all have a bunch of tools already, and then I share a bunch more in the programs of what to do. Actually, I
so
share about 29 of them, no, 21 of them, ways to handle energy. Anyway, what question do you have, Allie?
yeah, it's so beautiful and perfect, because this trickster energy that I was dealing with and not kind of realizing, obviously I wasn't doing this brilliant self-care and asking, for that protection at night when doing all the work, and so I feel as if this negative influence really kind of put a huge spanner in the works with a very special relationship that I have with somebody. And so I would just love like a kind of message of some kind, to just see, yeah, if we
Sure.
are actually going to get through this. It felt very much as if that was the objective of the tricks energy, like they were successful, and there was a very, it's like ha ha kind of thing. And it was like a big wake up call for me. And yeah, really did make me kind of wake up and pay attention to how I was behaving and allowing myself to be influenced. It's just like you said, if it's not joyful, it's a lie, and I felt very off my normal course. So yes, I would love any insights, help that you
Well,
have for
you know that little
going.
reminder you got about filling yourself up, doing your morning routine, doing your night routine. Well, they just think that's a brilliant idea. That's the card that popped, okay? So that is going to change everything because you will be mirroring something else. And it may be they want me to do the angel song, then I'll share something else if needed. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Take care of your energy first. You will mirror something. I have so many people with relationship questions in my sessions and programs that sometimes I have to say, um, from the energy you're at, you wouldn't want what comes into your life. I'm not seeing that so much for you here, but someone needed to hear that. You be the energy and watch what comes into your life. And I have some beautiful relationship stories I'll share if we have time. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So you're real. Here we go. Here we go. Allie, and then everyone else receive it in your own way. Allie. We know your soul is longing, though it's longing for so much more's in store for you that will make you celebrate and dance and sing and shine. It's so much fun and so divine. And let your partner be the one that allows you to see it. And you'll see your life will be it a new way in a very divine planned way. We say, Kaya no mai hana, kaya no mai, choice each day. All right, so let me explain because this is neutral. It might seem like it's saying it's taking care of you and watch what happens. So it's not saying you have to have someone who loves your sound therapy and loves that. My husband's an engineer. He thinks I'm woo-woo. We've made it work for 27 years, right? So, He's a hunter. He'll go shoot the deer and I'll go want to heal it. So, so whereas opposites can be. So it's not that. I'm not saying that. But there is choice about what you want to show up and mirroring you. Now you're so what if we did a percent, you are well, you're so freaking amazing is what they're saying first. And you're about, 98% there where you want to be. And you want a partner to respect that and be all that you desire in a relationship. And this one is neutral because this person can be that once you see we only get what we can receive.
Yeah.
So you're so close to filling yourself up, just like you said, brilliant idea, and watch what you can receive. This person will show up to be the perfect person for you. And I don't like the word perfect because it's always like a works in choice, re-choosing all the time. Or another, it'll open the space for something even greater. And it's very neutral right now, so you've really not much to do except start your morning routine, get yourself filled, and sit back and be that observer thing. Like you heard the story earlier, right? Just
Yeah.
observe. And it can
And
go
also,
either way.
yeah, and what you were saying at the beginning as well was really resonating with the kind of the real nugget of the wake up call, which is like, hey, you're God in a physical body. This is, if you want to create it, then create it, and actually focus on what it is you're wanting and put your energy into that, and not, allow this kind of splitting of energy, which is what we're being called to do globally, isn't it, and collectively. So I felt as if my guides were saying, look, you've got to shape up.
Well, no, the thing is, actually, what they're saying is don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. And this is for everyone to hear loud and clearly as possible. So there's a little bit of seep of energy, a few percent, 98% you're there, you're good to go. You just got a little seep of energy that you're giving away your power. That's not that bad. You can fill yourself up, you can be a mirror, you can make some choices. So yes, make choices. But you heard, I didn't say you were broken. I didn't say you were bad. I didn't say there was anything to judge. I said you're awesome. You're awesome. You're freaking awesome. And so when you receive that you're freaking awesome, and this is everyone who's in the dating world or wants to find someone, when you're so know how awesome you are that you can just let go and not care if you ever find anyone, that's when it clicks. And that's how I found my husband. I literally, I made my list. I was a single mom with an almost 3-year-old, and I knew I wanted things. You make your list like you do. And then, but you got to do the let go and let God, and you got to mean it. I said, you know what? I always wanted to be a mother. I'm glad I'm a mother, but you know what? I'm okay. I was 33 years old. I'm okay if I never find anyone. And I meant it. And I actually heard a click because it was real. It was like click. I meant it. Even if it's for a split second, you have to go to that being 100% okay. And I fell in love with my husband's voice on the phone the very next day, and we've been together 30 years. Okay. So
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Susan. You are awesome, and just, yeah, such a beautiful ray of light. Thank you so much.
thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Yay. All right. So how much, oh boy, our time goes quick. Should we do that little sound therapy activation?
Let's do a
Okay.
sound therapy activation. Absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you.
And we'll see, because we could do this all day long, but that's why I have group sessions every single week, because that community is so important. And that's why I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to, have some group calls and where we can talk a little bit more, private sessions where we can talk a little bit more. What I'm doing right now is I'm picking a frequency. I'm going to be using my crystal bowl, and I'm going to be using some sound therapy music. And this is channeled angel music I get to use with permission. It's channeled from the angels. And we're going to be adding this beautiful frequency. And you'll see in a minute. I'm going to turn the music on and share my screen. Okay. And we are very happy that our communication and technology angels were with us today, and we were able to turn the music on for you. Can you hear it a little bit?
No.
You can't, okay. Well, if you can't, that's okay. I'll play my crystal bowl. and know the frequency is running. And maybe I'll turn it up a tiny bit.
Yes,
Your
please.
work at practice.
There it is. Beautiful.
Not too loud when I talk, or we're good? Is that okay?
And then we can't hear you really.
Okay.
Oh, now keep talking because gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear
Yeah.
me if I talk loud?
And turn it down just a tad.
Good. I agree. We had a little, technical stuff you have to figure out. All right. How's
Perfect.
this sound? Good. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask everyone's permission. I'm going to ask if I can turn on this frequency. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to use my crystal bowl to turn it on. And then we'll begin. So let me just pause this 1 second. So you can hear the bowl. Then I'll add the music now that I know we're good. Okay, so here we go. This frequency is going to work like, they're just numbered, so it doesn't matter. But those of you that see or feel colors, it's going to be very cooling and soothing frequency. It has a homeopathic effect. It's like you might see a moss green like you'd see in the forest. It's got that deep detoxifying and energy field. It changes the vibration on the cellular template. So think of being in the deep woods and all that nature, that real rich nature. And this is going to affect your cellular template. It works on the basement of the cellular matrix, evoking change from the bottom up. So some of you will feel like a kind of a defragging your hard drive, and some of you will feel just kind of grounded to Mother Earth. But I'm going to ask your permission to run this frequency, and for some reasons you don't want it run for you, this is the time to leave the call. For all of you that are on here, this will run through your energetic field. It's only for your highest good. It's only positive. And I'm assuming I have your permission to run. So do I have your permission to run this frequency for you? Yes, okay. We ask that this frequency turn on and run through your energetic field and make itself known or turn itself off when no longer needed. Allowing yourself to relax. I mean, every single cell to melt. As I add the music here, and we begin. So as we surround ourselves with the beautiful white light of new possibilities and a rose light going through our thinking mind, bringing this softness, this rose, this softness to our mind, gentleness, kindness. Using the violet flame to clear the throat chakra, allowing the throat chakra to be open so that you can share what you came here to share, be what you came here to be, shine how you're meant to shine. Now this is very interesting. They're scooping up the heart and they're opening the angel wings at the same time. So as you drop into your heart, you will begin your purpose of being here. When they show me the angel wings opening, you earth angels there. Did you feel that shift? Did you feel that shift already? Some of you did. Don't worry if you didn't. This is assisting you in being what you came here to be. Us earth angels came here to help create a new world. The eyes, they're showing me the new eyes opening. You may see things like a veil being lifted. You may see a brightness and a new possibilities. And they are kind of adding an activation to the third eye that was open for those of you that opened their with Raphael coming in to do a little healing, making sure everything's good. So as we surround ourselves with the beautiful white light and new possibilities and a rose light, that everything's in divine order. And the violet flame will transmute anything that's not in divine order. I want you to take an elevator. We're all going to take our bodies like an elevator all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. Go down, down, down till you're sitting on the very core of Mother Earth. And some of you, I want you to give yourself a little gentle rock and feel Mother Earth with this beautiful frequency running, this nurturing moss green energy coming up your spine, healing you, connecting to you to Earth, connecting you to your reason for being here. Okay, now as we begin to come up, I want your feet to turn into vines, and I want you to wrap your legs that are now vines around the very core of Mother Earth, connecting you to Mother Earth. And as you begin to have the energy come up, and you begin to come up, the energy is coming into you and up to your heart. Keep it in your heart, and your angel wings are opening again. We're going to ask that source energy come down through your crown chakra, down to your heart, and the angel wings are opening again. The seeing with new eyes is happening. The hearing with new ears is happening. The being the vessel for new joyful possibilities is happening. And there's a shield coming around us. I did have to wear my warrior necklace today because some of us are here to protect others and to be protected yourself. So to first protect yourself, first put the air mask on you instead of the child at the airport. First protect yourself. Always feel yourself. Then you have the strength and power to be the warrior that you're here to be. And again, the angel wings are opening up. But now we're these protective, powerful angels. Powerful angels. We can handle anything and everything. And together we are even stronger. So they're saying, invite yourself to shine, and to share, and to be everything you came here to be. And invite your heart to receive new joyful possibilities, more amazing than you can even ever imagine. And so be it. Amen, amen, amen. Yeah, amen. One little sound therapy activation here to solidify this. We see that you know who you are. Now be it and be strong. You do belong. This is your home. You do belong. Gather now and be strong. Your world will be made with joy. You'll see. Kaya no mai. And I'm keeping it kind of brief because I wasn't quite sure how the sound was. Did the sound okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we went from filling ourselves up. Some of you are going to see new. So I was going to share this earlier and I didn't think I would, but it's almost like you can you always hear the veil coming off. I saw that the last few days, and on the other side of it, everything was crisper and everything was brighter. So you might have new seeing eyes. You get your turning head towards joyful possibilities all day long, you're going to see new things. And some of you are going to do like the light language and stuff. A lot of people who work with me come to me right before they are opening up to light language, because it's sound therapy. And so some of you might be hearing light language too. So we got some fun stuff to do. And then it ended with the reminding, stay together, be strong. We're stronger together. This is a little bit of a warrior battle. And then we became these really, now do you feel the shift happening? We became this really powerful angels. I don't know who felt that, but just now a confirmation that together we are strong is important to know. Don't go it alone.
Beautiful. Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Let's go ahead and have you talk more about your special offer. Again, the link is in our Zoom chat box. The link is also here in the description for this video, and it's also on the webpage. So it's wonderful because we're going to be doing a class with you. It's a live, you're going to do a couple of group calls, and you've got some recordings and a personal session. So tell us how people can work with you and how to use these beautiful offerings.
So really simple. Most of you see it there. You can come and join me for the one class. That's going to be 5 sacred minutes to your joyful self. That's based on, kind of what we've been talking about today. How do you remind yourself? How do you get in that 5 sacred minutes to your joyful self and activate yourself throughout the day? You're welcome. That was very beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome. And so that is beautiful. We'll be doing sound therapy activations. It's going to be live like this. I think that's August 31st. So come live if you can because you'll get your own angel songs. Okay. If you didn't get one today, come to that. Now, if you want a little bit more than that, I love, love, love the next package has a group live call also. You'll get your angel songs, you'll get your sound therapy activation, but it has all these where you don't have to wait till that one's September 14th. You don't have to wait between then you get access to my Love and Light program. And I put this together to send love and light to the world. And it's been very effective, and many people have been sending love and light to the world. And what it is for you, you get a whole bunch, 20 or 21 activations where each and every day you take your garbage out, the things you don't want. Remember this, don't look that way, look that way. You write down, they're only about 15-20 minutes. But each day you're going to be prompted to like, I'm no longer interested in doing this. I don't want this anymore. And you put it down on your paper. Then we do a sound, and then you choose what you do want. And we do a sound therapy activation. I talk sometimes as guided. I'm talking about essential oils a little bit because they support us. I call them little angels in a bottle. Um, if you're drawn to that. And clear, 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 clear. Okay, move it right along, they're saying. Because I'm going to give you a list here, and things will pop out. And you don't have to do these in order. You can pick them as you want. So one of the activations is clearing sabotage and breaking through the glass ceiling. Who's had trouble with that? Money problems, like, right? And the next one is your point of view creates your joyful abundance. Another one is the power of asking. We talked a little bit about asking. So this is an activation. So now it prompts you, what are you getting rid of today? What are you asking for today? And a sound therapy meditation. Some will have angel songs, some will have crystal bowls. Almost all of them have music. You heard some of the music. Okay, we have, what else is on that list? There's a whole bunch of them. The power of asking to create joyful abundance. I said that one. There's calling your energy into your name vibration. I didn't get to talk about that today, but I'll definitely talk about that at the groups. That's how when you're out and about walking and you're picking up other people's energy, what to do about it. There's a whole little call on that. Enlightened body, we have to bring our bodies into the pictures. We're in this body. We embody this new world. So I had to put that in there. Timeline choices, jump in some timelines. The greatness of you, that's fantastic because you can't be judging and be in the greatness of you at the same time. How to command and demand your empowered new self. And this is all in these are just listen to whenever you want, okay? You don't have to do them in order. If you feel like you want to jump right in and look at the celebrate and breakdowns, what do you do when there's breakdowns before breakthroughs? How do you get through the brick wall that's in front of your nose? That's all in there. Bending time transformation is in that program. This is all in that $97 product. Just so you know, you get a live group call and you get all that I'm talking about right now, okay? Movie of your choice, that is how to create and really expand to the next level of creation and the next level of abundance, how to change the container. Creating transformation, enlightened marketing, had to throw some of that in because we are in the world of, we wouldn't be meeting, I wouldn't see all of you right now if we didn't have technology. And so I had to throw some of that in. Your big bucket, your big why, gratitude transformation, nighttime energy. We talked about the nighttime energy for joyful abundance, and then be joyful always. That's all in the package. And I didn't even talk about the bonuses, and the bonuses are priceless. They are well worth the $97. So let me just really quickly read you the bonuses. And again, you just pick and choose what you want. This is all, you go to your program, you'll get access to a program, pick and choose what you want. They're all little sound therapy. Releasing limitations meditation. I love that one. Be empowered meditation. Unplugging meditation. Rainbow ribbon meditation. Oh, so sweet, so beautiful. Just for the moment meditation. and 10K a month joyful abundance activation. Who wants that one? That's all in there. Okay. So now the other program is you get all of the above, and you get a private session with me. And I think you guys got a sense of what we do in private session. We talked enough about that. Connect to your highest guides and angels. So that's it. And hopefully any questions about that, let me know.
Yes, let us know and check it out. Susan will be teaching a mastery empowerment course on New Earth One Network. And that's a beautiful way for people to get introduced even more to her group sessions at a very affordable rate. That one's $33. And it's included if you purchase any of the other packages.
Mhm.
So this is our gift to you guys. And Susan, I just want to thank you for the high vibe. People in our chat line are saying that just listening to you, the vibration has lifted. And I share that as well. Last week when we met, I just, a heaviness around my heart was lifted immediately. And that's the energy of the angels, and it's available to all of us. And it's such a beautiful tool. It's more than a tool. It's just the way it is. It's our multidimensionality coming forth. And you are a great bridge and a beautiful guide for everyone wanting to make this connection as well. So we have time for another caller, and I'm going to Tracy. Tracy, I'm going to allow you to unmute yourself. Please unmute and you can ask your question.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Tracy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here with the two of you. I can't tell you. Marikai, Aisha. My question is, I've been so ill for the last 4 years. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like really bad. Can I transform into my light body even though I'm still sick?
Okay, so let's grab an angel card for that because I want to hear what they have to say about that more than mine. Because I think Lauren, you want to answer that one maybe too right away. I think that's a definite yes. One doesn't have anything to do with the other, correct?
Oh God.
I'm also thinking that your illness is activating your light body.
Oh God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I felt that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's the strangest ways that our highest guides and angels, God, Source, Universal, get us to slow down sometimes. To get the downloads we need and to take care of. And sometimes it is through that. Um, your question, so you understand the card, was will you be able to transform to your light body? So you get the victory card for that. Of course you will. Of course you will. Everybody will. Everybody will. There's not, because otherwise there's a right or wrongness, and that would be trickster energy. Would you
That
choose,
that's so that gives me so much. Forget hope. That knowing, it's the affirmation of the knowing.
And it's beautiful sandalphon. I love sandalphon. There's two angels I worked with 30 some years ago now when I started teaching. One was Metatron, came through and started my co-creating Heaven on Earth classes, and the other was sandalphon. And sandalphon's very dear to my heart because when I worked with Doreen Virtue, if you remember who she is, the big angel person years ago, and met her in Hawaii and got my mediumship there in Hawaii, sandalphon card would show up all over the place. So it's very near. Now, both of them have walked the earth. Those are the only two angels that I know of, and some of you may know even more than I do, but that I know of that have walked the earth. So they've been in human form. So so they're here to co-create with us. The fact that you have Sandalphon coming through to co-create with you, saying your prayers have been heard and answered, have faith. All you have to do is ask. Hey, body, like me, I was sick all the time. I had no immune system. Ask, hey, body, what would it take for me to be whole, healthy, and healed? And then the information came to me about essential oils. And then sometimes it comes to me about like CBD oil and other things too. So remember to ask. Remember, you are still the mighty creator of your reality. So, but let's hear from Sandalphon about this. And yes, there's no judgment. There's no right or wrong. It's just a matter of I've experienced this journey this way. I think I'll choose something else. What else is possible? What's right about this that I'm not getting? What else is possible that never existed? And we do go into more of that, how to use that tool in the classes. For sure we will. So Sandalphon, victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So Sandalphon, and wait till you hear how sweet Sandalphon is. We see that you're filling yourself up with not the love we see. We see the love you be. Do you see it ever as we see it? We do not feel that you do. See the love of you the way we'd like you to. Feel the love and joy. Celebrate that every single day in a small way. Start now to play. Call on us each day and you will find more joyful time to shine, and you will see the love we see. Kayanoma, no kayanoma, joy will be, you'll see. Okay, so look past the illusion. If you wouldn't choose the sickness, it's not real. See yourself as whole, healthy, and healed. See you as the angels see you. And start doing some little playful, joyful things for yourself. Make sense?
Makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
All righty.
Thank you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Tracy sounds better. And the voice of the singing was different there with Sandalphon. It was different. And we
Yeah.
can feel the vibration. Very,
Mhm.
very cool.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
Yay, she's already having fun. Yes.
Something so
Happy
awesome.
dance.
Yes, I am
Happy
dancing,
dance,
girlfriends.
everyone. Happy dance. We're going to dance
Yes,
this out today.
yes,
We're going to dance it out.
yes. And latte na, don't forget that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I love you guys. I love you. Thank you.
And
Oh,
there's something really real about that dancing, Tracy. Start dancing and get others to dance with you because that was really, really.
The moving, yes, I do. There's all kinds of noises and sounds and songs that come through me all day long. And I do the things with the hands and I got several rings and gold, with you and the jingle. Yeah.
The whole body
The whole
going.
body.
Everybody get the whole body. I've been
Yeah.
asked to do Kundalini yoga on a regular basis. I have to hike every single day. We have to get the body involved now, okay?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, Juma. We're wooing it.
oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Susan. Shifted so much today. Oh, Tracy's just laughing up a storm.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm like, yeah.
We're laughing right there with you. We are laughing with you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And dancing.
Yeah, dancing. And dancing, there's going to be more in-person things coming up too. I really, really can see myself back out there in person where I can actually hug you guys and see you guys and do some, I do a lot of energy, body healing work and stuff too. So I think that's coming again. So I'll keep you posted.
Well, my angels brought me here. I was in the middle of doing something totally different when I turned on my computer and got the email. Lauren says, right now, it's going on right now with Susan. And so here I am.
Yeah.
Ah,
yes. Blessings.
that's why.
Okay. That's why.
That's why I did that. Right. I don't normally do that, but as we were techie thing that I was doing, I was like, I'm just going to do this. So
I've never gotten one like that from you before. So it's wonderful.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow. All right. Vibrations are raised. We are flying high. Our hearts are lifted and so expanded. Thank you so much, Susan. We are grateful for this time together with you and the angels and the high vibrations. As we say goodbye, I want to give you a moment to share any final thoughts or message.
Well, I would love to end with an angel song for the whole group, of course, and thank you guys for all being here. Of course, you were those same big, beautiful puzzle called oneness of our planet Earth, and I invite you when I do this angel song to. I know how many of you are fantastic healers and have beautiful intentions and know how to say prayers and the whole bit. So I want to invite all of us to open our hearts and send love and light to the world. As I bring us out with an angel song, I invite every single one here listening to the recording to send that love and light out to the world so that we can begin to create a world that we would absolutely love to live in. We know it in our hearts. Some of us have lived Lemurian lives. Some of us have experienced what I'm talking about, where you can just fly and be and flow and no worries and no concerns and just love and just creation and just joy. Let's get back to that again. And let's do it by sending light and love to the world, all of us together, okay? So with this angel song, we're going to all send love and light to the world, and then we'll close. So here we go. Here we go. Yamayana Ayona Kianaya Koma. We send light to the world from our being, the light within ourselves now. Kayanoma. We send love to the world by sharing our love with ourselves now. Kayanoma. And we surround the world with the light and know that all will be fine. Joyful peace of mind, joyful light from soul. Together we send love, and the world is made anew, made whole. Kayanoma, Hana, Kayanoma. We feel your hearts, we feel your souls. Kayanoma. And they send great gratitude for everyone who's participated in this call, everyone listening to the recording, everyone who's sending love and light to the world each and every day. And great, great gratitude to Lauren for being and holding this space for us to be such beautiful lights to the world. We couldn't have done this without her and her beautiful gifts that she shares. So much, much gratitude to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for everyone watching and listening. Your light is tremendous for our planet. And we thank you for being here and walking this journey with us. Together, we are walking home. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Susan. Namaste.
Namaste. Have a joyful, abundant day and week and year. And I love you. I adore you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.